The king is awake. I'm like a Swiss train. I'm up at 7.
It's perfect.
You know, like clockwork. And we're up. And we got a serious day today. We start off, we'll swim. The overall distance of the swim will be about 4,000, but the main portion is going to be 20 times 100. This is short course yards, leaving on 120, shooting for about 110. So all at about race pace. Come back, then I'm going to get on the trainer. I've been using the trainer a lot more this year because my workouts are kind of more efficient and to the point. And from where I live, it's hard to do kind of like a bunch of intervals in a 2-hour ride just because it takes 30 minutes to get in, takes 30 minutes to get out. To the good roads means I need really at least 2.5, 3 hours to be doing the road. So we got on the trainer, got 4 times 20 minutes. We're gonna shoot for those at 360 watts with some spikes to simulate the Miami turns and the curves. We're gonna kind of show that all for you, then also do some heat adaptation on the trainer, wearing a sweater. Yeah, just trying to stimulate some heat, then run off. Then we have 3 times 4K. I'm in kilometers now, so that's kind of the funny joke we were talking about, which I know makes most of the world happy. But I only know that 320 pace per kilometer is also 520 pace per mile. That's one of the only real conversions I know. Exactly, I know exactly that. Otherwise, I know relatively. And so get off, whatever, run about a K, and then 3 times 4K at 320 pace per K or 520 per mile. A total of 16 Ks, which I also know 16 Ks is exactly 10 miles. So there you go, Mr. Bill Nye, the science guy. And that's the session. We'll be paying attention to heart rate. We'll show you all the details of every interval, heart rate, power. I don't think I'm gonna do any lactate, to be honest. I think lactate's kind of a big waste of time in training for me. So I don't think there'll be much lactate. Sometimes I do it just because I'm curious, but the actual usefulness for me hasn't been very good. So we got about 45 minutes to eat a bit and get to the pool. Yeah, so swim, I mean, I think often, you know, we always get in the pool and we say, oh, we're doing a test set, and we expect like to do our best swim ever anytime it's written as a test set, and we expect to see, okay, I've improved so much, and the reality is that's just not the case. And also, sure, it might be a test swim, but it's always remembering that it's just one workout and it's just one swim, and so it doesn't need to be your best swim of all time every time you do a test swim. It just has to be good enough, and then what we really judge is racing. And so anyways, 2100s, we'll write the exact times, but first one was 109. Almost all the rest were 111 flat, with 2 where I, fell off just a little bit at 112. So overall, very consistent. It was hard work. And yeah, I don't want to overthink about it. I think was it my best swim I've ever had? No, it wasn't. But I also didn't expect it to be my best swim I ever had. And it's in the context of what I've done, right? Which is coming off 62,000 yards in the last 2 weeks. And then this is the 3rd week and doing another 16,000 yards in 3 days. So it's been some serious volume, and now the volume comes down, and now my taper can start. And then that's when I really expect the speed to come, because right now there's just so much fatigue. And so, yeah, I guess there's just no shortcutting the hard work. And it's also, I just see so many people do it. I've done it myself in the past. It's like, oh, that wasn't quite as good as I wanted or expected and stuff. And yeah, you get it done, and you be confident, and you be calm about it. And that's really all the secret sauce, I think. And now I'm just kind of getting my bottles ready for the bike. We're about to get on the bike. I'm kind of going to run what my Miami nutrition is here, just to kind of test it out. Yes, I am testing ketones out for the first time in a race. And it's also slightly lower carb than what I'm doing. The math's a little different because the Miami bike's only an hour, 20 minutes. And I'm looking to do about 90 grams of carbs an hour instead of 120. So I'm just gonna test that today and get a rough estimate of, okay, how's the energy? Of course, how's the taste with the ketones mixed with the power bar? But ultimately it is the power bar that's really the key ingredient on race day. And obviously not low carb, high carb, what you need. So yeah, we'll get out on the bike. And again, it's a test set bike. But every time you do a test set, it doesn't have to be, the best bike workout I've ever done. In fact, it shouldn't be the best bike workout I've ever done, because I did a very similar workout to this before Dallas, and I absolutely freaking killed myself. And it took me like 9 days to recover, and I was for sure depleted at Dallas because of that. So it's hard, but it's not max, and it shouldn't be the best ever. It just needs to be good enough. First one done, 363 watts. Let me tell everyone the heart rate. 143 beats per minute. That's low. The next one's probably gonna be more like 150, because first 5 minutes the body's just kind of getting used to it. And I overestimated myself. This is like sitting in a goddamn sauna. This is insane. Way hotter than Dallas, way hotter than anything. I'm probably gonna have to have you go get the fan, because otherwise I'm gonna lose like 10 pounds of sweat in 2 hours. I think this is crazy. So one done. Now we're getting into it. Same exact watts, 362, 146 beats per minute. I don't remember what the first one was, maybe 142, 144. Whew. Didn't feel as bad though. So we're halfway. Felt like I could have gone longer there. Alrighty, lap 3, 365 watts. I got a little motivated by limp base kick there, break something, and 148 beats per minute. Just coming out about 2 beats per minute each lap. There we go. Everyone thinks my heart rate's only very, very low. It does get up. Session's going great. Just staying positive. One more rep, and on to the run. Starting to feel better and better. That's exactly what we want. We're halfway through the race right now. Got the swim done, halfway through the bike. I am for sure thinking about Vincent Louis up ahead of me still, chasing him down. Hopefully Joe Skipper comes out and it's me and Joe taking pulls, hunting them down, barking at them or yo-yo-yoing at them. And can't forget Jason West, you know, he's on my mind too. So lots of guys. Oh, back a guard. How could I forget? We got him there. Thinking about him too. And just like that, the watts go up. All right. Whew. There we go, last one done. Rep number 4, 366 watts, so the highest of the day, 148 beats per minute, so the heart rate stabilized there. Yeah, workout, good. I mean, really very, very great workout. I think it's also, the important thing is like, again, in the context of the week, so far I haven't been doing overachieving workouts. It's been more about consistency. And this is really only the second key workout of the year where you get a little more rested. So I rested a bit yesterday. Still, as I mentioned, 8-mile run, 7,600 yard swim. And then this today, we got the run coming up, which is a reminder is 3 times 4K. But then I also rest tomorrow. So if you want to do really hard sessions like this, it's important to rest at least a little bit the day before and the day after, because if you try and keep that high consistency, you're going to smash yourself into the ground. And yeah, that's my only wisdom. I guess if you're an age grouper, you're trying to do a similar, say, 70.3 prep set, I think you could do the same thing. Maybe just be a little bit careful with the overall volume, but you could still do 20 times 100, giving you an interval that gives you 10 seconds rest. I would still do 4 by 20 minutes at your 70.3 watts, not at mine. Say it's still an overall 2-hour bike. And then you could still do, you know, 3 times 4K or 3 times 3 miles or something running off. But then it'd be very important for you to rest before and after. I think that the specificity is important. So we'll get changed and we'll get onto the run.
Nah, no rain.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Yeah, because we're swimming later, you know?
You in that hairstyle? We should get you on video.
Okay, off we go. Cool. All right, first rep done. Slightly net uphill, as you probably noticed. Felt very smooth. 323 per K for 4K. Really shocked actually at how smooth it was. Part of that is, and I'm giving some secrets away, is I changed my crank length size. So I'm feeling much better off the bike these days. And yeah, 4 minutes rest, which I'm running 4 minutes a K on the rest, so 1K rest and 2 more left. Maybe we'll add a fourth one because it's a little too easy. Alrighty, rep 2 done, 325 per K. Coach actually wanted that one at 330, but it felt very, very, very relaxed, so great sign. I was expecting to really suffer on this run, and it's coming as easy as can come, so that's great news. One more to go. Alrighty, last one done. That one was a little different. 1K at like 310 and 1K at 320 and repeat. And whole thing was 312 average. So 1250 for 4K. And feeling really, really smooth. So yeah, Clash Miami, here we come. We'll have a little update on the race and thoughts, but post run. So cheers, y'all. Three, two, one. Alrighty, here we are, everybody. The day is complete. Last final key day before Clash Miami. Swim, bike, run. Basically a broken Miami effort, especially because the run ended up being 10.5 miles, so exactly the Clash Miami distance. Most of it at pace. I think we gave you all the numbers, all the metrics, so we won't dive into that anymore. Felt pretty good, so yeah, here we are. I mean, first race of the season. I guess if we go back a year ago, I won the race. What's interesting, I haven't even really reflected on, oh, I'm the defending champion or anything like that, and I don't really try to live that way anymore, I guess, because I think if I think that way, it just sort of puts unnecessary pressure on me, and it's like the past is in the past, and I'm just focused on this race this year, and it's a different version of me going into the race. It's a different field. It's kind of like, sure, the course is the same, but I don't really believe on resting in my past achievements or past laurels. It's just focused on the future. And then once Clash Miami is done, I'm focused on Oceanside, and it's just that's that. And winning, you know, of course the goal here is to go and win, but it's also like I'm not obsessed too much over, okay, who's there, who's that, how's I think a little bit, okay, how's the race going to play out? What do I need to be prepared for? But it's mostly just focused on getting the best out of myself. And I'm supremely confident this year that if I get the best out of myself, that's going to take care of the result. So I don't really need to stress or worry about anything else. And that's been a really enjoyable mindset to go into. And I think I've carried that mindset over elsewhere. I don't really pay attention to what others are doing in training and, oh, they did these metrics or those metrics, or they said this or that, and that applies both to other pros, but also all the armchair quarterbacks that I've got. And I actually think that's the main reason that I stopped showing all my Strava data, because when I showed 100% of my data, everyone felt like they knew more information than me and my coach, even though of course that's
100% false, but like I would literally sometimes get, 3-page emails about my training and how or why I was doing something wrong based off Strava data. So it's just been nice, not to pay attention or care about it, but because I don't show as much, people don't feel as entitled to say all that information for me. And yeah, that's been great. So, I mean, of course, there's been some changes, obviously new coach, new training regimen, a lot of low carb training talk, but race day is what matters. So we'll see how it plays out. And I'm super excited about that. And then maybe I guess just the other thing to touch on a little bit is obviously my mindset and my perspective has just changed so much with my baby coming. And I think I used to get really nervous and literally live and breathe and die by the race and the next race. And it's like, right now I'm incredibly happy to be a triathlete, and I'm focused on providing for my family, and I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. And the result's kind of secondary to all of that. Or maybe it's not secondary, but it's like this weird way of Zen Buddhist monk thinking that if you focus only on the result, then the result's not going to happen. And if you focus on everything else and you focus on the love for it and the passion for it and providing for my family and making Lara happy and having this beautiful baby come into existence in 5 months, that then the results are just going to kind of, rain down. So that's that. And yeah, it's just life is full of joy and happiness and love. So here's the thing that I've thought a lot about, okay? Even though I think it's now my 7th professional season, so it's not like, I'm brand new at this anymore. Every other year, I think like I lived day to day, or at the most week to week, and at the very, very biggest picture, race to race. So it was always like, I'm just focused like this little chipmunk, chasing after the acorn, and that acorn is Miami, and then it's Oceanside, and it's like, I just didn't have this more big picture view. And I guess, there's the expression, right? Like, you don't have to win all the battles to win the war. And I think I view this season now as like a war campaign. And so I realized, like, okay, there's the Battle of Miami, there's the Battle of Oceanside, there's the Battle of Gettysburg. And it's like, because I have this perspective, it just has given me this peace and calmness about pursuing the objectives. And that's really, each race, that's all it really is. It's just an objective in the grand scheme of what I'm trying to accomplish this year. And so, I feel good about it with that mindset.
Okay, so most of you know me as Sam's girlfriend, and yes, I am Sam's girlfriend, but there's also like such a bigger side to me. My name's Lara. I'm also a professional triathlete, and I do some personal training online on the side. And now with the new circumstance of me being pregnant, I have taken on some new roles with Sam and, just helping more behind the scenes. I think like before in our relationship, it was more, we were both preparing together for races and supporting each other, both as athletes getting ready to race. And now with, the news, things have switched a little bit, and I've kind of taken a backseat on racing and more focused on just helping Sam be the best that he can be this year and get him to the top. I do a lot of the behind the scenes work with emails and invoicing and working with sponsors and stuff like that, and then I just try and make training and home life as easy as possible as well, whether it's cooking more, or, after training, he's got food ready, and just trying to be more supportive in that sense. So, it's really great with Sam because we are such a strong team together. And, yes, I take care of like certain things around the house, but he's also very good at like helping out and cleaning up. And, it's really cool, the dynamic that we share together. And, with the pregnancy, it's been kind of a little bit, I don't know.
What's up?
No, I don't know.
What's wrong?
Sorry, Gerard.
No, don't worry about it. What's on your mind?
No, I think it's just hormones. No, you know, like, hold on. I think, like, what's been hard is that, of course, you know, I'm very excited about being pregnant and having a baby and, you know, doing it with somebody that I love and all of that. It's just, you know, I wasn't prepared. And, like, are you ever prepared, you know? And so I just saw, like, this year going kind of different because I just felt like a lot of improvement with training and, you know, things were getting, like, really good. And so it's been an adjustment. But, you know, I'm very fortunate because, like I said, I mean, Sam is so supportive and he's, like, always there for me. And, you know, your body changes and, you know, you can't do all the workouts with everybody and, you know, you feel like you're missing out. Or, like, you know, we're going to Miami and I'm going to be on the sideline instead of, like, being in the race. But, so I think, like, that's just been hard to digest. But, like I said, Sam's awesome. I mean, he's been so supportive and so, like, a team player, you know? He's like, Lara, you know, put some fins on so you can make the interval with us. Or, you know, okay, I'm going to go do my workout and then the last hour that's easy, you know, hop on your bike and we'll go ride together. You know, he's so good about including me, but it's definitely been a hard transition, I would say. Yeah. I don't know why I got so emotional. No, like, you know, of course, thank you to everybody welcoming me on the channel and letting me be part of the journey and part of the video. And, you know, I'm really excited for this year. It's going to be quite the adventure. You guys are going to watch me grow and grow and grow and then meet our little unit. And, yeah, just, you know, thank you for all the support and the encouragement. And, you know, I'm really excited to see how this year goes for Sam. He's put a lot of work in and, you know, his mindset is right. And, you know, we've really done some good winter training. So it's going to be fun. So like, subscribe, comment. Thanks, guys. Bye.